Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this Porsche 997.1. This is the Carrera S. Quite low number of owners. Finished in this gorgeous midnight blue metallic with the beige interior. Here in the workshop, we've done a whack load of work, including spark plugs, coil packs. It's had a major service. This is probably one of the best looked after Porsche 911s we've had down here at the dealership. And as part of the service, we check everything from replacing the air filter, checking the coolant to see if there's any coolant leaks, etc. All the engine mounts have also been inspected, and it's also gives us, just not forgetting all these mechanisms and the struts, they all get lubricated just to make sure that they don't seize up, especially over the winter, colder months. And as part and parcel of having the car here on the ramp, it also allows us to inspect around the lower part of the bodywork as well. This has had new discs and pads not too long ago, finished with this gorgeous lobster claw metallic alloys. Lobster claw alloys, not metallic, sorry. Well, it's the metallic color. And I'll start to put it up so you can see what it's like underneath. And now we are at a slight advantage height-wise, checking around the tailpipes, making sure there isn't any excess carbon. It's the Bank 2, which the left side tailpipes that connect to. So if there's excessive carbon or if it's smoking on a cold start excessively, that's a bad sign. And just sort of looking around, showing you any of the lower bodywork, as well as the springs, the coil springs, you could see they've been replaced at some point as well. And to continue showing you around the rest of the setup, I know it's a bit muddy. You can see those the rail has been replaced as a pair, those not, but they are in a good condition. And just to show you the rest of the bodywork as well, if you just come around it, there's some leaves there in that condenser. That's going to be cleaned out as well. This is a slight mark there, there's a slight mark there where unfortunately it can't be helped, it being a lower car. I'll show you a little bit more underneath that front splitter. And to continue showing you around the rest of the vehicle, we'll be giving this also a nice detail and a polish. Another mark here again near the lower part. These are the things that you don't necessarily get to see when the vehicle is on the floor, and the front coil springs are in the same condition as the passenger side front. Brakes are in good, fair condition. The tires have been replaced not long ago, so they've almost got brand new like tires. Again, the rest of the bodywork is all good. I'll let the cameraman show it around whilst I put up the ramp. Now, in terms of work on the back, these back boxes, they've been replaced, so they're in very good condition. And to continue, also it's got brand new exhaust gaskets, and also the nuts and bolts on the exhaust gaskets, that's also been replaced. This corrosion, it's got some exhaust paste, but the nuts and bolts, they're holding incredibly well. From what I can see, they've been replaced at some point. All the coolant pipes are in good condition, they're not leaking. The sump is good, the upper sump is all good, so is the lower sump. The rear main seal is good. The brake pads and discs at the back, they're almost like new, in very good condition, loads of life. Like I said, the coil springs, as you can see from that red and white marking, that's in very good condition. And whilst you're here, you can just look at these back boxes one more time from this side. Loads of life, meaning that they've just been replaced. Also the coil packs, if you just come over here, almost brand new like coil packs. Brand new spark plugs. These are the core packs over there. Another way to check the age of these tyres is to look at this stamp. The passenger side rear tyre, it says it's got a date stamp of the second week of 2019. So this would have been fitted onto the car in about 2021, 2020. This tyre and that tyre has been replaced at about the same time, albeit that has a much newer stamp on the tyre. It's the Michelin N-rated tyre on this. As you can see, the nuts and bolts and the wheels are all in good condition. The calipers, the brake lines are in good condition. Coming over to the passenger side rear tyre, and just to show you that date stamp on this side, this is in September 2022. This is when the tyre was manufactured. About plenty of life, about the same amount of life as that side. Again, brakes are in good condition. We've already talked about the back boxes. They've been replaced as a pair. So are the coil springs. All the under trays are all in good condition. The coolant pipes, the gear selectors, which you could see right here, they are all fine. There is nothing suspicious there. And again, the rest of the under trays are all in good condition. We've also cleaned all the drains. The front brake pads and discs are like absolutely brand spanking new. And the underneath has got some usual wear and tear you would expect on a low car. And this is one I showed earlier. The front tires are absolutely brand new. These have got a date stamp of the 5th week of 2023. The bolts on the wheels are all in good condition. The brake pads have been done. The calipers are in good nick. So are the brake lines. And there is sort of no free play in the front wheels or in the suspension. All the control arms, the lower arms, they're all in good health, good shape, no problem there. And the same thing applies to the driver's side front. So hopefully I've covered enough of the mechanical side of this 997.1, as well as what I've just showed you. It's also had a bore scope inspection. The bores are in very good condition, as well as this having an over rev report. So this will come with a fresh bore scope inspection report and an over rev report alongside all the servicing items that's been done. It is an exhilarating experience being on a 997.1. I mean, this morning I picked up a customer from a train station. Just listen to this. Not sure how much of this you could hear, but just overall the engagement and the interaction that the 997.1 offers. And overall, as I said, it has a soul. And ultimately, I don't think there's another 911 that does it as good as the 997.1. And I know people say all kind of things about the 997.1, but to get something similar in terms of an experience in the .2, so the facelift 911, you're looking at spending £40,000 plus, which I think is absolutely obscene. This also has had a bore scope inspection and an over rev report done at our workshop, and will come with a health check. So ultimately, if you're looking for a well spec'd and a well maintained Porsche 911, then I think this is one of the better examples out there on the market. Performance wise, from the 3.8 litre naturally aspirated flat 6 boxer engine. This offers 350 brake horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. A top speed is 182 miles an hour, and ultimately having the capability of the sports button, which when you press it stiffens the PSM as well. You get slightly better throttle response and lesser intervention from the Porsche suspension management and the traction control system. So therefore this is ready to give you the thrills of joy when you want to be a bit of a purist and pushing a car a little bit. So the controls are there where you can deactivate traction control, turn on and stiffen the suspension chassis. Or if you just wanted to be cruising along, this has the benefit of the cruise control. And once you turn on that sports chrono mode, this is go, go, go. So incredibly thrilling. And for me, when it comes to wanting to buy a 911, drive a 911, there's nothing that gives me the goosebump and the feeling that I would like to get in it, start it, drive it, and have a great, fantastic road trip. Spec-wise, this is incredibly well spec'd with the cruise control, the sports chrono plus package, heated seats. Sorry, it doesn't have heated seats. I know I made that mistake in the intro, but sports steering wheel, the beige interior with the midnight blue metallic is a fantastic combination, and the beige inside makes it look very airy and welcoming and just brings in a lot of light. It's not the dull grey and blacks interior that we so often find in Porsches. And I can genuinely talk for another 20 minutes describing all the various things that I like about the 997.1s, but ultimately when it comes to a classic and a modern car, this is the supremely phenomenal midpoint where there's enough technological interventions to keep you safe and not too many to take away the joy of enjoying one of these and driving one of these, and just giving you that ability to shift through gears and put it through its paces. So now in terms of paperwork, this has probably been one of the best looked after Porsche 911s, especially when it's 21 years old, and the service history is absolutely unbelievable, including the owner's history. Rebecca from Nottingham, she's actually owned it since 2013, so since July 2013, and the owner prior to Rebecca had obviously acquired it in 2005. So the inside of it, there's a bit of a bio from the previous owner with what it's had done works-wise over the years, etc. And I'll run you through it in a minute. This is the HPI. It's HPI clear. Also, it will come with a sort of new 12 months MOT spec list. It's very well spec'd. I think the absolute ideal exterior and interior color. And there's a sort of an overview, a summary of all the services, which I'll go through via the service book in a minute. Most importantly, we've done a major service on it that included the spark plugs, the brake fluid, and all the filters being replaced, despite the fact that it had a major service in October 2025. And the reason we do a major service over and above what the car currently has had done is simply because what we would like to do is to make sure that we use the recommended Miller's 10W50 CFS NT Plus engine oil, as well as the correct filters and whilst we are doing a bore scope inspection, which is the next thing I'll go into in a minute, we just want to make sure that the old plugs are not being used. And this is, and I'll go into that now. So it's had the over rev report done, as well as the bore scope inspection done. Sorry, this is just the lines from the printers, but there's no evidence of scoring across any of the cylinder liners, so it's squeaky clean on the liners, very good condition overall, as well as the bore scope, as well as the over rev data. It's in pretty good nick. Sorry, I'll just kind of show it to you through here. On the over rev data, there isn't anything in range 6. And the last recorded ignition, for example, in range 1 was 2,587 operating hours ago. In range 2, 2,580 hours ago. In range 3, 2,580. And then in range 4, 2,580. And in range 5, the last recorded instance was over 1,000 operating hours ago. The reason I'm reading this out is normally Porsche would use the over rev data as a way of checking if a car warranty claim, especially if it's an engine or gearbox claim, if it qualifies for it to be covered under warranty. Because if it's had an ignition over rev in the past 50 operating hours, they would kind of associate that failure, that issue, with it being over revved. Whereas the instances of over rev in these situations, whether that be in range 5, 4, 3, it's well over 2,500 operating hours ago. So it's not a cause for concern. Otherwise, Porsche would then basically take a view of it that because it's got this over rev that's happened now, and it's happened, let's just say, 10, 20, 30 operating hours. They just want a car to settle in, let's just say, past that 50 operating hours to make sure that that instance of an over rev hasn't caused the vehicle an issue. And in this case, you can see it hasn't caused an issue in any way, form or shape. Also, we check the life of the battery. It's in good condition, the health, as well as the alternator and the starter motor. So this is for the alternator test, and this is for the this is the starter motor test, and this is the alternator test. And we take a measurement of all the tires, etc. Overall, as you could see in the video prior to this, health-wise, the vehicle is in fantastic condition from the inspection on the ramp. This is also a printout from Porsche, which complements the service history incredibly well. This is still the original service book issued by Porsche. The service history from Porsche, and I'll go through that in a minute. So first serviced in 2007. These are meant to be every 2 years or 20,000 miles. Then in 2009, then in 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017. And then in 2019 onwards, it's all specialists. And what this gives you is a breakdown of exactly what it's had done with Porsche between 2005 and 2019. So you've got repairs happening here, things like rear tires, handheld transmitter broken into pieces. It's just telling you, things like transmission oil being replaced, coolant pipes being done, spark plugs, and it just gives you a breakdown of everything it's had done during its life while this vehicle has been with Porsche. And then in terms of the MOT, last MOT'd on the 10th of December 2025. And then 2019, Porsche Center Zentrum, their specialist, again in 2023. In 2021, it's had a major service with plugs. Then in 2023, again, it's had a minor service, then a major service, and then obviously we did a major service there. And then this is the brake fluid pages. So not only the car on the ramp is really good, spot on, I think it's in fantastic condition. It drives really well as well, as you saw me drive it, but the paperwork backs it all up. Thank you for watching the video.